Shalom Israel. Once again, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect across the four corners of the earth, sincerely pushing this truth and righteousness. Alright, real quick, again, this is a spiritual shot video, another add-on to spiritual shots, spiritual strong drink. Alright, and this is gonna be on how if you don't work, you don't eat. Alright, so I'm gonna jump straight into it. This is Romans chapter 8. I'm gonna start at 8. It says, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh, but ye are not in the flesh, or shouldn't be in the flesh. Us in this truth, we shouldn't be in the flesh, meaning we shouldn't be partaking in the world and things that pertain to the world. Alright, such as going out clubbing, alright, chilling around niggas, alright, fucking indulging in nigga shit, alright, or being all up under your woman's ass, trying to please her, celebrating these fucking pagan holidays, alright. You indulging in this world, you cannot please Yahweh. Alright. So reading on, it says, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. Now if any man have not the spirit of Yahweh Shah, he is none of his. And if Yahweh Shah be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is life because of righteousness. Right. It's a battle against the spirit versus the flesh. It's a battle of the spirit versus the flesh once you enter into this truth. Alright? The more you indulge in worldly things, the more you starving your spirit, the more you killing your spirit. Alright, the more you failing to keep your spirit alive. And when you look at it, you might be in the truth. Alright, you might be on fire doing videos, being brotherly. You might find yourself feeling good in this truth, having energy, having the spiritual energy, you know, and feeling good in this truth. But what once you start slacking on doing videos, being brotherly, being on time on camp, inputting different ideas and thoughts in camp. All right, contributing to what's being brought out at camp or whatnot. The more you find yourself slacking on doing spiritual things, the more you find yourself losing that spiritual energy, losing that spiritual fire. All right, because you starving your spirit. You starving your spirit. The more you indulge in worldly things, the more you find yourself. It's as if you haven't been eating, man. You haven't. It's as if you in a famine. All right. It's as if like you alive. You in the body, so you know you're alive, but you feel like something missing. You feel like you feel hungry. You feel hungry. You've been eating food. You've been eating 3 meals a day, but you still don't feel right, man. That's because you're starving your spirit. Once you come into this truth, it's your spirit that you wanna feed more than your body. All right. You know the scriptures say, a man shall not eat off bread alone. When you in the spirit, you're not gonna eat off bread alone. That's not gonna be enough. All right, so reading on, it says, verse 9, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Yahweh, he is none of his. And if Yahweh be in you, the body is dead because of sin. Right, the body is dead because of sin. These all carnal bodies, all these carnal bodies are going to die off. All the Israelite carnal bodies is going to die off, and the spiritual, I mean, the bodies of the elect and the 1/3 is going to die off, and they're going and their spirits are going to be given new spirits, perfect. I mean, they're going to be given new bodies, perfect bodies. All right. And the twinkling of an eye shall be changed. All right, but the bodies of those bodies that they had before, those new bodies, is gonna die off, and all the bodies of 2/3 is gonna die off, and their spirits are gonna have to be reborn in new bodies through the elect and the kingdom. All right, because of sin. It says, but the spirit is life because of righteousness. Verse 11, but if the spirit of him that raised up Yahweh from the dead, which is Yahweh, dwell in you, he that raised up Yahweh from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies. Right. Meaning to keep your mortal bodies, your carnal bodies alive. All right. When you indulge in the spiritual things, all right, studying the scriptures, searching out the scriptures, doing videos, all right, fasting, doing things that are spiritual, you're feeding your spirit. And since you're dead, no matter how much you might carnally be feeding your body, since you're dead in this world, you still feel you still have some sense of life in the flesh, because it's coming from the spirit. All right. Also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you. Verse 12, therefore, brethren, we are debtors not to the flesh to live after the flesh. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the spirit do mortify, meaning to put to death, the deeds of the body, ye shall live. Cunt. That's exactly what I said. The less you partake in worldly things, being under your woman's ass, doing family shit, all right, family time, quality time, chilling with niggas, all right, and people that you might know in the world. The less you chase money, even if you got a job. The less hours that you putting in at work for the love of money, all right. The more you can do what? Feed your spirit, do spiritual things. The less you doing carnal things and worldly things, the more that you can do spiritual things. The more that you can feed your spirit. You have to feed your spirit to keep your spirit alive, to keep that fire, to keep that spiritual energy going. All right. It says, verse 14, for as many as are led by the Spirit, they are the sons of God. Right, that's it. So, like I said, if you don't work, you don't eat, man. And you putting in works by loading up videos, going to camp, studying scriptures, all right, getting your book chapter verses down, being brotherly, all right, doing spiritual things. All right, so I'm gonna go to this is John chapter 6, I'm going to start at 48. It says, I am that bread of life. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead. Right. This is going back to when the Lord, when Yahweh brought us, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah brought us out of Egypt and we was in the wilderness. All right. The Lord fed us with that heavenly bread called manna. All right. And even though it was spiritual, it was carnal. All right. So it says, verse 50, this is the bread which cometh down from heaven, that a man may eat thereof and not die. Because even though our forefathers ate of that heavenly bread called manna, they still died off. All right. So Yahweh Shah said, look, man, I am that manna, I am that heavenly bread spiritually. All right. It says, verse 51, I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. Kun. So, let me jump to another precept. And so how do you, so you have to eat of Yahweh Shah to keep your spirit alive, in His truth. You have to eat of Yahweh Shah. And what does the scripture say? All right. You have to eat. And how do you do that? By, like I said, by indulging in spiritual things, doing the works, man. If you don't work, you don't eat. If you ain't putting up videos, if you ain't studying, you gonna find yourself being hungry. You gonna find yourself, you gonna feel your spirit dying off, man. All right. This is Psalms 40 and 7 and Hebrews 10 and 7. I'm going to read Hebrews 10 and 7. It says, then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do the will, O Yahweh. Right, man. Yahweh Shah is the scriptures. All right. And in keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. All right. Not partaking in worldly things and partaking in spiritual things. You're partaking, you're eating of Yahweh Shah. That's the only way to keep your spirit alive. All right, it's one more. Right, here it go. John chapter 14 and 6. Yahweh Shah said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. But that's the point. It says, I am the way, I am the truth. Right. If he comes in the volume of the book, that's how we know the truth, man. From the scriptures, from the book, the whole book. All right. I am the way, the truth, and the life. So that's it. Lord willing, that was edifying. All right. If you don't work, you don't eat, man. Put in them work so you can stay alive in the spirit. All right. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.